Clear and specific learning objectives are the cornerstone of effective teaching and meaningful learning. They clarify what learners are expected to achieve, guide instructional design, and provide a basis for assessment. Yet crafting such objectives is often more challenging than it appears. Vague or overly broad statements can lead to confusion, misaligned activities, and unreliable evaluation. The ABCD model emerges as a practical and systematic framework to address these challenges, ensuring that learning objectives are both precise and actionable. The ABCD model breaks down the construction of learning objectives into 4 essential components: audience, behavior, condition, and degree. Each element plays a distinct role in specifying the who, what, how, and how well of the intended learning outcome. By attending to each component, educators can transform abstract intentions into concrete goals that support both teaching and learning. The first component, audience, identifies the learner or group for whom the objective is intended. This may seem self-evident, but explicitly stating the audience ensures clarity, especially in diverse educational contexts where multiple groups may be involved. For instance, an objective might begin with "the student will" or "the participant will," immediately signaling who is expected to perform the behavior. By specifying the audience, instructors avoid ambiguity and tailor objectives to the appropriate developmental or professional level. Behavior, the second component, articulates the observable and measurable action the learner is expected to perform. This is perhaps the most critical part of the objective, as it defines exactly what success looks like. Verbs such as identify, describe, analyze, construct, or demonstrate are preferred because they lend themselves to observation and assessment. Avoiding vague terms like understand or know is crucial, as these do not specify what the learner will actually do to show mastery. For example, rather than stating, "the student will understand the causes of climate change," a stronger objective would be, "the student will list and explain 3 major causes of climate change." The latter provides a clear, observable behavior that can be assessed objectively. The third component, condition, outlines the circumstances under which the behavior should occur. This could include resources provided, constraints, or specific scenarios. Conditions clarify the context and set boundaries for the expected performance. For example, given a set of data on global temperatures, or without the use of a calculator, or during a simulated patient interview. Each of these phrases establishes the environment or tools available to the learner, ensuring that the objective is neither too broad nor too narrow. Conditions help align assessment with real-world application, making learning more relevant and authentic. Degree, the final component, specifies the standard or level of performance required for success. This answers the question, how well must the behavior be performed? Degree can be expressed in terms of accuracy, quality, speed, or quantity. For instance, with 90% accuracy in less than 5 minutes, or including at least 5 supporting examples. By setting a clear benchmark, the degree component enables both instructors and learners to judge whether the objective has been met. It also supports fair and consistent assessment, as expectations are transparent from the outset. When combined, the ABCD components create a comprehensive and unambiguous learning objective. Consider the following example. Given a list of 20 chemical elements, condition, the student, audience, will correctly classify each as a metal or non-metal behavior with at least 95% accuracy, degree. This objective leaves little room for interpretation. The learner knows exactly what is expected, under what circumstances, and to what standard. The instructor can design activities and assessments that directly align with the objective, fostering coherence throughout the instructional process. The power of the ABCD model lies not only in its clarity, but also in its adaptability. It can be used across disciplines, educational levels, and training contexts. Whether designing a lesson for primary school students, a university seminar, or a corporate workshop, the ABCD model provides a universal language for articulating learning outcomes. Moreover, it encourages reflective practice among educators, prompting them to consider the purpose and feasibility of each objective before instruction begins. In practice, employing the ABCD model often leads to richer, more focused learning experiences. Learners benefit from knowing precisely what is expected of them, which can reduce anxiety and increase motivation. Clear objectives also facilitate self-assessment and goal setting, empowering learners to take ownership of their progress. For instructors, the model streamlines planning and helps ensure that instructional strategies and assessments are meaningfully aligned with desired outcomes. This alignment, often referred to as constructive alignment, is a key principle in educational design, as it maximizes the likelihood that students will achieve the intended results. Furthermore, the ABCD model supports inclusivity and differentiation. By specifying conditions and degrees, instructors can adjust objectives to accommodate diverse learning needs and backgrounds. For example, the condition might specify the use of assistive technology for learners with disabilities, or the degree might be adjusted to challenge advanced learners while remaining attainable for others. This flexibility ensures that objectives remain both rigorous and realistic, fostering equity in the learning environment. It is important to recognize, however, that the process of writing effective learning objectives is iterative. Initial drafts may require revision as instructors reflect on the appropriateness of behaviors, the realism of conditions, or the attainability of degrees. Collaboration with colleagues and feedback from learners can further refine objectives, ensuring they are relevant, motivating, and achievable. In conclusion, the ABCD model offers a robust framework for crafting clear and specific learning objectives. By systematically addressing the audience, behavior, condition, and degree, educators can articulate expectations that are transparent, measurable, and aligned with instructional goals. This clarity benefits both teachers and learners, paving the way for purposeful teaching, focused learning, and meaningful assessment. As education continues to evolve in response to new challenges and opportunities, the ABCD model remains a valuable tool for ensuring that learning objectives serve as effective guides on the path to knowledge and skill development.